Hello, YouTubers! It is I, Ashley Song, and I'm here to give you a spectacular right. Well, anyway, as I've said, this is basically an update, and as well as my attempt at a late New Year's revolution. You know, those promises you make at the start of the new year but never keep. But rest assured that I'm going to do my best to keep this promise. Or promises in this case. And before you ask, yes, this is in fact my pony/Pegasus form from Dreaming of Equestria. Not colored, no backgrounds, nothing. Basically, I haven't got the chance to finish certain things due to the holidays and such. But don't worry, I do plan to finish them. I'm even in the middle of a human cartoon version of me for just in case I don't feel like doing any live action stuff with my videos. You know, kind of like now. But enough about that. Let's talk about what you guys are really here for. First off, as you know, I've made mention of a new YouTube radio show called Dreaming of Equestria. For those who don't know, it's basically a fan story/show about the Crusaders from Z Media Productions, Anthony C. from the Brony Analyst community, and me, or rather my original character, find themselves in a dream version of Equestria and have to find a way back home while possibly solving the mystery of Ashley's strange amnesia, and face a few villains here and there. Now, as for my plans for this story as a whole, well, I've thought long and hard on this, and, well, I've decided not to go with the radio show idea.
Wait, what?
Okay, just hear me out on this. First off, it's been pretty much about 2 years since I started on this little idea, and by now, the guys who agreed to voice in it are obviously either too busy at this point to even remember it, or they've grown impatient waiting for me to finally finish the script for episode 2. To which I wouldn't blame them on. I mean, heck, with the change that I kept making to episode 1 because of a few hiccups I noticed, then there's the fact that I've already recorded the lines for the prologue, but I haven't even, set up the video for it yet. And they've got their own projects to worry about, so I can't exactly blame them for being annoyed at me or even forget about this thing. And let's be honest, either way, it's not really fair to them or to you guys. So, even though it might take even longer, I've decided to go back to my original idea to do this as one of those dramatic read-ins instead of the radio show that it suddenly turned into when I started to write it up. Of course, this means I'll have to do my best to change the scripts to actual chapters. Heck, with how long it might take, I just might consider seeing if anyone wants to beta each chapter. That basically means that they proofread to make sure there aren't any mistakes or hiccups. The other reason for this decision is actually for the fact that I'm probably too inexperienced to try my hands on a radio play to begin with. I mean, sure, I've somehow managed to figure out the special and sound effects from my past videos for my YouTube show, Reviewing the Web, which is something else that I will be addressing in a bit. But let's face it, a project that big is going to take a lot of patience and time. Not to mention that trying to put together a video with pictures and sounds alone can only be considered difficult to begin with, especially when considering the music and certain sound effects that won't cause problems with copyright issues. Don't get me wrong, it's probably not as hard as it seems to figure out what can be used and can't thanks to the video editor on the YouTube site, but it's still a possibility and risk when considering songs, sounds, heck, even the images alone from certain shows or stories could cause a strike or possible removal from YouTube on our profiles. And trust me, it happens a lot to many talented people on this site. Heck, this one guy called Dr. Wolf, who while maybe a member of the Brony community and an accountant in real life, is actually very talented in helping people as a therapist, or psychologist to be precise. Granted he's not really a doctor, but for someone who started these videos for fun, Dr. Wolf is probably one of the few who I've seen help more people on this site than anyone else I've ever seen. And sadly, for one strange reason or another, he's ended up with strikes on his profile with no warning or explanations. Thankfully, things have been either straightened out or made clear as to why it happened. But seeing what he goes through alone is enough to scare even me, and I was already cautious on this site. Anyway, my point is because of how long the script has already taken, how the guys are probably annoyed at me, and that's if they remember this project, which I wouldn't blame them on, and the risk of possibly getting strikes on my profile if I'm not careful. I'm gonna do Dreaming of Equestria differently. So don't worry, the project's not dead, just taking a different turn. Now, as for reviewing the web, and this will be a bit short, don't worry, I haven't given up on that either. It's just because of the holidays and work that I've been pretty busy. Though I have been writing the script to the next episode on and off. And trust me, I've been trying to make sure that I've got my research right. So no worries, folks. That too is still going on. But there will be one little change to the show that I've already mentioned in the beginning, but will repeat in case I didn't make it clear. And considering how I've been nowadays, that's a big possibility. Anywho, just like what you're seeing right now, I plan to make my videos with these stilled pics, as animal and human of course. And that's if I can't figure out a skip for each of my episodes, at least the live portion of it. And usually it takes me mere moments to come up with something. No, seriously, that's how long it took me to come up with something for these things. Heck, even my top 20 Halloween video took maybe seconds to figure out. Okay, maybe not seconds, but a good amount of time, like maybe a day or so. But that's how fast I usually come up with something. But at the same time, let's face it, that's not going to cut it for long. Especially since you guys deserve better than some half-baked joke. So, yeah. That's what's going to happen. At least when I finally finish the human version of my character. Was there something else I needed to address? I can't think of anything else. So... yeah, I guess that's it. If there was more, then, oh well. Just something for the next update. And let's face it, there's a good chance of that happening. Welp, guess that's it then, at least for now. So, Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a fun holiday, and I'll see you guys soon. This is Ashley Winsong, signing off. Oh, wait! Before I forget, there is one other thing that I want to mention. This past Christmas, I finally got my hands on Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. Yay! So, if anybody wants to, brawl it out, I guess, at least just for the fun of it, just, well, at least for this side, for now, send me a notice, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, that should be the last of it. This is Ashley Winsong, signing off.